Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Ivan Jue. I teach international business at Cerritos College. Chapter 16 asks a key question. How can companies successfully market their products and services in different countries and cultures? This is where international marketing matters. Even great products can fail if they are marketed incorrectly. From a manager's viewpoint, international marketing is not simply translating advertisements into another language. It requires understanding the cultural values, consumer behavior, local competition, and economic conditions to create successful global marketing strategies. So, with that, let's begin. There's five major topics that will be covered in Chapter 16. Together, they explain how companies market products and services successfully in international markets. 16.1 characterizes the nature of marketing management in international business. You should be able to understand how marketing changes when a company operates across multiple countries. The key questions are: how do customer needs differ across countries? Should products be standardized worldwide or adapted locally? How does culture affect buying behavior? As an example, McDonald's uses different menus in different countries because consumer tastes vary. The main lesson here is that international marketing requires understanding cultural, economic, and legal differences among countries. 16.2 Discuss product policies and decisions. Companies must decide what products to sell internationally, whether products should be modified for local markets, and how to manage global brands. The key issues are standardization, or selling the same product worldwide. As an example, many Apple products are nearly identical globally. Adaptation, modifying products for local preferences. Food companies, as an example, often adjust flavors and ingredients for local tastes. The main lesson is that managers must decide whether local adaptation outweighs the cost savings of standardization. 16.3 Identify pricing issues and evaluate pricing decisions. What does this mean? So, pricing internationally is more complex than pricing domestically. The factors affecting international pricing include exchange rates, import tariffs, shipping costs, local competition, and consumer purchasing power. As an example, a $1,000 smartphone may be affordable in one country but prohibitively expensive in another. So the main lesson here is companies must balance profitability with local market conditions. 16.4 Identify promotion issues and evaluate promotion decisions. What does this mean? Promotion includes advertising, public relations, sales promotions, social media marketing. The major challenge here is that a message that works in one culture may not work in another. To give an example, colors, symbols, humor, and slogans often have different meanings across cultures. So the key question is, should companies use global advertising campaigns, localized advertising campaigns? So the main lesson is promotion must respect cultural differences while maintaining brand consistency. 16.5 Discuss distribution issues and decisions. This focuses on the distribution on how products reach customers. The key question here is, should products be sold online? Should it be sold through wholesalers or through retailers? Another possibility, what about company-owned stores? So as an example, Amazon uses different distribution systems across countries because infrastructure and consumer buying habits differ. The distribution challenges include transportation systems, warehousing, retail structure, local regulations. So the main lesson here is even a great product can fail if customers cannot easily obtain it. This introduces the concept of international marketing and highlights how it differs from domestic marketing. Marketing is the process of identifying customer needs and wants, developing products and services to satisfy those needs, pricing, promoting, and distributing products, and creating value for customers and the company. So here's a simple example. A company studies what consumers want, designs a product, advertises it, and makes it available for purchase. International marketing applies these same principles across multiple countries. The challenge is that customers, cultures, laws, economies, and competitors differ from one country to another. Number 1, national differences. Countries are not the same. Businesses must recognize differences in culture, language, religion, consumer preferences, income levels, and legal requirements. As an example, McDonald's sells beef burgers in the United States, teriyaki burgers in Japan, McSpicy paneer burgers in India. The company adapts to local tastes and cultural preferences. The key point is that a marketing strategy that works in one country may fail in another. Number 2, capturing synergies among various national markets. Synergy means creating more value by combining activities across countries. Companies look for ways to leverage success in one market to help another market. As an example, Apple sells similar iPhones around the world. The benefits include lower production costs, strong global brand recognition, and consistent customer experience. The key point of that is global coordination can create economies of scale and reduce costs. Number 3, coordinating market activities among national markets. International companies must coordinate marketing efforts across countries. They must decide on whether to do standardization, which is using the same marketing strategy everywhere. The advantages of this would be lower costs, consistent global image, and easier management. Or adaptation, which is customizing marketing for each country. The advantages of adaptation are a better fit with local consumers, higher customer acceptance, and stronger local competitiveness. As an example, Coca-Cola uses a globally recognized brand but often adapts advertising messages to local cultures. So this shows that marketing is not an isolated function. In international business, marketing must work closely with every major department of the company to successfully serve customers around the world. The figure places marketing in the center because it connects customer needs with the company's resources and capabilities. Why marketing is central. Marketing is responsible for understanding customer needs, identifying market opportunities, developing products and services, setting prices, promoting products, managing distribution channels. However, marketing cannot accomplish these goals alone. It depends on coordination with other functional areas. Number 1, marketing and operations management. Operations management is responsible for producing goods and services. The relationship with operations management and marketing is that the marketing answers, what do customers want? How much demand exists? The operations side would answer, can we produce it? Can we deliver it efficiently? As an example, if consumers in Mexico want a spicy burger from In-N-Out, marketing identifies customer demand, operations develop sourcing, production, and logistics processes. Without coordination, marketing may promise something that operations cannot deliver. Number 2, marketing and finance. Finance manages money, investments, and profitability. The relationship with finance and marketing is that the marketing wants advertising budgets, product development spend, market expansion. And so finance would evaluate the costs, expected returns, and financial risks. So as an example again with In-N-Out, before entering Mexico, In-N-Out's marketing team may estimate the strong demand, and finance would analyze the startup costs, expected profits, exchange rate risks, and investment requirements. Number 3, marketing and accounting. Accounting tracks the revenues, expenses, and financial performance. The relationship of the accounting with marketing is that accounting helps marketing measure product profitability, market profitability, customer acquisition costs, advertising effectiveness. As an example, a company may discover through accounting data that sales are increasing in Brazil, but profits are declining due to high marketing costs. So this information helps marketing adjust its strategy. Number 4, marketing and human resource management. Human resource management recruits, trains, and manages employees. The relationship with marketing is that successful international marketing often requires local sales teams, customer service representatives, marketing specialists, and cultural training. So as an example, when entering Japan, HR may recruit local employees who understand Japanese culture, consumer behavior, the Japanese language, and business customs. Marketing depends on HR to build the right team. So why is this more important internationally? International markets create additional challenges. These are different customers, so that includes languages and cultures, as well as buying habits, different regulations, that would include advertising rules, product labeling requirements, and consumer protection laws. And then there's the different business environments, supply chains, labor markets, tax systems. So because of these complexities, departments must work together even more closely than in domestic business. This explains how a company's overall business strategy influences its international marketing strategy. A company cannot market effectively around the world unless its marketing decisions support its broader competitive strategy. The slide presents 3 common business strategies: differentiation, overall cost leadership, and focus strategy. Number 1, differentiation strategy. A company seeks to make its products or services unique and different from competitors. The goal is that customers are willing to pay more because they perceive greater value. The sources of differentiation can include superior quality, innovative features, brand reputation, customer service, and design. Here are some examples. Apple Computer, premium design, strong brand image, and innovative products. BMW, performance, luxury, and engineering excellence. So under international marketing implications, the marketing emphasizes the brand image, product quality, innovation, and customer experience. To give another example of Apple, Apple uses premium advertising worldwide to reinforce its differentiated image. Number 2, overall cost leadership strategy. A company aims to become the lowest cost producer in its industry. The goal here is to offer products at lower prices than competitors while maintaining profitability. The sources of cost advantage of this would be economies of scale, efficient production, global sourcing, and supply chain efficiency. Examples include Walmart's everyday low prices, IKEA, which uses standardized products, efficient logistics, and self-service model. In this case, the international marketing implications in the marketing emphasizes low price, value, and affordability. Again, using IKEA's example, IKEA often focuses on stylish furniture at affordable prices. Number 3, focus strategy. A company concentrates on a specific market segment, customer group, or geographic region. The goal is to serve a niche market better than competitors. Some examples of this would be luxury brands targeting wealthy customers. Rolex, as an example. Outdoor equipment companies targeting adventure enthusiasts, such as Patagonia. The international marketing implications of these brands are the marketing is highly customized to a specific customer segment. As another example, a luxury hotel chain may focus only on affluent international travelers rather than the mass market. This introduces the marketing mix, often called the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, promotion, and place. The marketing mix consists of the key decisions a company makes to satisfy customers and achieve business objectives. Number 1, how to develop the firm's product or products. This involves deciding what products to sell, product features, quality level, design, packaging, and branding. As an international example, Coca-Cola may adjust flavors, package sizes, labels, and ingredients to meet local preferences and regulations in different countries. So the key question is, what product will best satisfy customers in each market? Number 2, how to price those products. Price decisions determine selling price, discounts, payment terms, credit arrangements. International pricing is challenging because companies must consider the exchange rates, import tariffs, local income levels, competitor prices, and taxes. As an example, a smartphone may sell for $1,000 in the United States, but will sell at a different equivalent price in Mexico or India based on local market conditions. So a key question with this is, what price will maximize sales and profits while remaining competitive? Number 3, how to sell those products. Promotion refers to communicating with customers. So the methods include advertising, social media, public relations, sales promotions, and personal selling. So as an international example, a marketing message that works in the United States may not work in Japan, Mexico, or Germany. Companies often adapt language, images, slogans, and cultural references. So a key question with this is, how can the company persuade customers to buy the product? Number 4, how to distribute those products to customers. So distribution focuses on getting products to customers. This includes retail stores, distributors, wholesalers, e-commerce platforms, and logistics networks. As an example, Amazon uses warehouses, delivery partners, online ordering systems to reach customers globally. So the key question with that is, how can customers conveniently obtain the product? And so why is the marketing mix important? These 4 decisions must work together. So as an example, a premium product should have premium pricing. A luxury brand should not use discount store distribution. High quality products need marketing that communicates quality. This expands on the marketing mix, again the 4 P's, and shows how it connects to a company's overall business strategy in international markets. The key message is business strategy drives marketing decisions, and marketing decisions must be adapted to international market conditions. Number 1, business strategy comes first. At the top of the figure, we see 3 business strategies. Differentiation. This is to compete by being unique. So examples are Apple, BMW, Starbucks. Marketing focuses on quality, innovation, and brand image. Cost leadership. This is to compete by offering lower prices. Examples are Walmart, IKEA, Ryanair. And so the marketing focuses on value, affordability, and efficiency. Focus strategy. This is for competing by serving a specific market segment. Examples are Rolex for luxury customers, Patagonia for outdoor enthusiasts, and so the marketing focuses on niche customer needs and specialized products. Number 2, marketing mix. The business strategy determines how the company manages the 4 elements of the marketing mix. On the product, the question is, what are we selling? This includes the features, quality, design, packaging, and branding. As an example, a snack company may offer different flavors in Mexico, different package sizes in Japan, different ingredients in Europe. The goal is to meet customer needs in each market. Pricing. How much should we charge? The pricing decisions affect the revenue, market share, competitive position, and so international firms must consider the currency exchange rates, tariffs, local purchasing power, and competitive pricing. So as an example, Netflix charges different subscription prices in different countries based on local economic conditions. Promotion. How do we persuade customers to buy? Promotion includes advertising, social media, sales promotions, and public relations. To give another example, the same product may use different languages, different cultural symbols, different advertising messages in different countries. Place. How do customers get the product? So this includes retail stores, wholesalers, distributors, online channels, and logistics systems. As an example of this, Amazon uses warehouses, delivery networks, e-commerce platforms to reach customers worldwide. Number 3, key decision-making factors. The bottom of the slide shows factors that influence international marketing decisions. Standardization versus customization. Should the company standardize? This would allow for the same product worldwide, or customize, which means adapting products for each country. Legal forces. Different countries have different laws regarding advertising, labeling, product safety, privacy. As an example, European Union regulations are often stricter than US regulations. Economic factors and income levels. Consumers have different purchasing power. As an example, a luxury product may sell well in Switzerland and the United States, but require lower cost versions in developing markets. Changing exchange rates. Currency fluctuations affect product prices, profits, and competitiveness. A stronger US dollar can make American exports more expensive overseas. Target customers. Marketing differs depending on whether customers are consumer markets, which would mean individual buyers, or industrial markets. This would be affecting businesses and organizations. There's cultural influences. Culture affects buying habits, product preferences, advertising effectiveness. So colors, symbols, and slogans can have very different meanings across cultures. Competition. Companies must evaluate local competitors, global competitors, substitute products. Marketing strategies often change depending on the intensity of the competition. This introduces 3 major approaches multinational companies use when deciding whether to standardize their marketing worldwide or customize it for each country. The key question is, should a company use the same marketing strategy everywhere or adapt it to local markets? The ethnocentric approach. The company believes that what works in its home country will also work in foreign markets. The home country strategy is largely exported without significant changes. The characteristics are high standardization, centralized decision making, limited local adaptation, and lower costs. The advantages of this are consistent global brand image, economies of scale, and easier management and control. The disadvantages, however, are this may ignore local preferences. There could be cultural misunderstandings, and there's less responsiveness to local market needs. As an example, a U.S. fast food chain entering another country and offering exactly the same menu, advertising, and store design as in the United States. Number 2, polycentric approach. This is where the company believes that every country is unique and requires its own marketing strategy. Local managers are given significant authority. The characteristics are high customization, decentralized decision making, and strong local responsiveness. The advantages of this are it's a better fit with local cultures. There's greater customer acceptance, and there's more flexibility. However, the disadvantages are higher costs, less global consistency, and difficult to coordinate worldwide. As an example, McDonald's often adapts menus to local tastes. In India, there's the Mekalu Tiki. In Japan, there's the teriyaki burger. In Mexico, there's local flavor variations. Number 3, geocentric approach. The company, in this case, combines global efficiency with local responsiveness. Managers seek the best strategy regardless of national origin. The characteristics of this would be a balance between standardization and customization. There's global coordination, and there's selective local adaptation. The advantages are global brand consistency, local market responsiveness, and efficient use of resources. However, the disadvantages are a more complex management system and requires strong international coordination. A good example of this is Coca-Cola, in which the global brand and logo remain the same, advertising and promotions are adapted to local cultures, and the product offerings vary by country. So this compares the advantages and disadvantages of standardized marketing versus customized marketing in international business. The key question here is, should a company use the same marketing strategy worldwide or adapt it to each local market? There is no perfect answer. Companies must balance efficiency and local responsiveness. Standardized international marketing. Standardization means using the same product, price, promotion, and distribution strategy across multiple countries. A good example is Apple using largely standardized product design, branding, and packaging, as well as advertising themes around the world. The advantages of standardization would be, number 1, it reduces marketing costs. The company creates one campaign for many countries. As an example, one global advertising campaign instead of using separate campaigns for 50 countries. Number 2, facilitates centralized control, so headquarters can more easily manage global marketing activities. Number 3, promotes efficiency in R&D. Product development costs are spread across many markets. Number 4, it helps to create the economies of scale, so large production volumes reduce per unit costs. As an example, producing one smartphone design for global markets is much cheaper than creating dozens of versions. Number 5, supports a global marketplace. Consumers increasingly recognize global brands. Great examples are again Apple and Nike, as well as Coca-Cola. The disadvantages of standardization would be number one, it ignores different conditions of product use. Customers may use products differently across countries. Number two, ignores local legal differences. So countries often have different regulations. Food labeling laws vary between the United States and Europe. Number three, ignores buyer behavior differences. So consumer preferences vary significantly. Food tastes differ, for example, greatly between Japan and Mexico. Number four, limits local marketing creativity. Local managers have less flexibility. Number five, ignores other local market differences. So economic, cultural, and social conditions may vary substantially. Customized international marketing. Customization means adapting marketing strategies to each country's unique characteristics. As an example, McDonald's customizes menus, promotions, store designs for local markets. The advantages of customization is that number one, it matches local product use and products fit local customer needs. Number two, it recognizes local legal requirements, so marketing complies with local regulations. Number three, it reflects different buyer behavior. Companies can adapt to local preferences and buying habits. Number four, encourages local marketing initiatives, so local managers can respond quickly to market changes. Number five, accounts for other market differences. So customization considers culture, income levels, religion, and competition. There are, however, disadvantages of customization. So number one, it means higher marketing costs. So separate campaigns must be created for each market. Number two, less centralized control. So headquarters may have less influence over local operations. Number three, there's lower R&D efficiency, so different products require additional development costs. Number four, reduced economies of scale. Smaller production runs increase costs. Number five, misses some global opportunities. Too much local adaptation can weaken global brand consistency. This introduces the product, the first P in the marketing mix, and explains that products have both intangible and tangible features that marketers must consider when selling internationally. A product is anything offered to customers to satisfy a need or want. In international marketing, companies must decide what product to sell, whether to standardize or customize it, and how the product should be perceived in different countries. So number one, tangible features. These are the physical characteristics of the product that customers can see, touch, or use. As an example, for a smartphone, the screen size, camera quality, battery life, weight, color, and packaging. For a car, engine size, fuel efficiency, safety features, and interior design. As an international example, Coca-Cola often changes bottle sizes, packaging, labeling language to meet local market preferences. Number two, intangible features. These are the non-physical benefits associated with the product. Examples are brand reputation, customer service, warranty, product image, prestige, and trust, as well as user experience. Apple, as an example, sells more than a phone. Customers also buy innovation, status, reliability, and premium brand image. These are intangible features. So why is this important in international marketing? A product that succeeds in one country may need modification in another country because of tangible differences, such as climate, local regulations, electrical standards, and language requirements. So an appliance sold in the United States may require different voltage specifications for Europe. Intangible differences. These may include cultural values, consumer perceptions, and brand meanings. As an example, a luxury brand may symbolize success in one country but appear overly expensive in another. This highlights one of the biggest decisions in international marketing. Should a company sell the same product everywhere or adapt it to each local market? The Venn diagram shows that international firms often use a combination of both approaches. Number one, standardized across markets. A standardized product is sold with little or no change in different countries. Characteristics are same product design, same brand image, similar packaging, and similar marketing message. The advantages of this are lower production costs, economies of scale, consistent global brand image, and easier management. Again, examples are Apple iPhone, Nike athletic shoes, Intel computer processors. Most customers around the world buy essentially the same product. Number two, customized within individual markets. A customized product is modified to meet local preferences, laws, or cultural requirements. Characteristics are different flavors, different packaging, different features, and different marketing campaigns. Advantages are better fit with local consumer preferences, compliance with local regulations, and stronger customer acceptance. As an example, McDonald's offers different menu items in each country. Coca-Cola adjusts sweetness levels and package sizes by market. The overlap is to think global and act local. The center of the Venn diagram represents what many successful multinational companies actually do, and that is to standardize the core product. So that is keeping the brand name, logo, technology, quality standards, and then use the customized select elements by adapting the packaging, language, flavor, advertising, and distribution methods. This explains the legal requirements in different countries that often force companies to modify their products before entering international markets. So even if a company wants to sell the same product globally, local laws may require changes to packaging, ingredients, design, safety features, or technical specifications. Number one, labeling requirements. Countries often require specific information to appear on product labels. As an example, there's local language instructions, country of origin, ingredients list, nutritional information, safety warnings, and expiration dates. As an example, a food product sold in Mexico must have Spanish language labels, nutritional information, health warnings if required by law. A product labeled only in English may not be legally sold. Number two, health standards. Governments regulate products to protect public health. Examples of this would include food safety regulations, pharmaceutical approvals, cosmetic ingredient restrictions, and chemical content limits. The European Union restricts certain food additives and chemicals that may be permitted in other countries. A company may need to reformulate its product before selling in Europe. Number three, product design. Countries may require changes to the physical design of a product. An example here would be child safety features, environmental requirements, packaging regulations, and recycling standards. As an example, automobile manufacturers often modify airbags, lighting systems, emissions equipment to comply with local regulations. Number four, technical standards. Different countries have different technical specifications. Examples include electrical voltage, plug designs, telecommunication standards, and wireless frequencies. As an example, electrical products sold in the United States have 110 to 120 volts. In Europe, it's 220 to 240 volts. A company must redesign the product or provide the adapters for use in these countries. So why does this matter for international marketing? Legal forces affect product, design changes, ingredient modifications, and packaging requirements. Price affects the compliance costs that increase in expenses. Promotion. Advertising claims may be restricted. In distribution. Products cannot be sold until approved by regulators. This explains that culture is one of the most important factors affecting international marketing decisions. Even when legal requirements are the same, cultural differences may require companies to adapt their products, packaging, and marketing strategies. Number 1, language. Language affects product names, advertising messages, labels and instructions, and brand slogans. As an example, a slogan that works well in English may translate poorly into another language. As an example, companies often redesigned product names, advertising campaigns, packaging text for local markets. Why it matters. Poor translations can confuse customers or even damage a brand's reputation. Number 2, packaging. Consumers in different cultures have different preferences regarding colors, symbols, package sizes, and design styles. In Japan, smaller package sizes are often preferred. In the United States, larger value-sized packages are common. Colors can also carry different meanings. White symbolizes purity in many Western countries, while white is associated with mourning in some Asian cultures. Number 3, food ingredients. Food preferences vary greatly across cultures. Some examples are here. India, many customers avoid beef. In Middle Eastern countries, halal requirements are expected. In Israel, kosher requirements are needed. In Mexico, there is a preference for local spices and flavors. Number 4, quality consciousness. Different cultures place different levels of emphasis on quality. Customers in Germany, Japan, and Switzerland often highly value precision, reliability, and durability. These customers may be willing to pay more for premium products. Marketing implication. Companies may emphasize engineering quality, product performance, and warranty coverage, which is also expected in these markets. Number 5, environmental consciousness. Some countries are more concerned about sustainability and environmental impact. In these regions, customers may prefer recyclable packaging, energy-efficient products, eco-friendly manufacturing. As an example, European customers often place strong emphasis on carbon footprint, recycling, and sustainable sourcing. Number 6, local morals and sensibilities. Advertising and products must respect local cultural values and social norms. Areas may differ by culture, religion, family values, gender roles, humor, and dress standards. An advertisement acceptable in the United States may be considered offensive or inappropriate in some Middle Eastern or Asian markets. This explains that economic conditions in a country influence what product features customers want and what products can realistically succeed in that market. A product that works well in a wealthy, highly developed country may not be appropriate for a developing economy. The 2 major economic factors highlighted are level of economic development and quality of infrastructure. So let's start with number 1, level of economic development. This refers to a country's overall wealth, income levels, and purchasing power. Why it matters. Consumers in different countries have different budgets and priorities. In high-income countries, customers may value premium quality, advanced technology, convenience, and luxury features. So, consumers in the United States, Germany, and Japan often purchase high-end smartphones, premium automobiles, and smart home technology. In contrast, in lower income countries, customers may value affordability, durability, basic functionality, and low maintenance costs. So, in those countries, automakers may sell smaller vehicles that have fewer luxury features and lower price models in order to make those products affordable. Number 2, quality of infrastructure. Infrastructure includes roads, transportation systems, internet networks, electrical supply, and telecommunications. Why it matters. Products must work within the country's infrastructure conditions. So, as an example for automobiles, in countries with excellent highways, reliable fuel supply, customers may prefer larger, more advanced vehicles. In countries with poor road conditions, customers may prefer rugged SUVs, durable suspension systems, and easy maintenance. As another example for technology products, in areas with high-speed internet, companies may offer cloud-based services, streaming platforms. In areas with limited internet access, products may need offline functionality and reduced data requirements. International marketing implications. Companies often modify products based on economic conditions. For product design, there are different versions for premium markets, value-conscious markets. For pricing must reflect local purchasing power. In distribution, infrastructure affects shipping methods, delivery speed, and inventory management. So this discusses an important international marketing decision. Should a company use the same brand name worldwide or adapt a brand name for different countries? There are advantages and disadvantages to both approaches. Number 1, standardize the brand name. A company uses the same brand name in every country. In this case, an example would be Apple, Nike, and Coca-Cola. These brands are recognized globally. The advantages of standardization in this case would be lower packaging costs. So using the same brand name means similar packaging worldwide, less redesign work, and simpler production. As an example, a Coca-Cola bottle can look nearly identical in many countries. B, lower design costs. The company creates one logo, one visual identity, one brand image, instead of designing different versions for every market. C, lower advertising production costs. Companies can reuse commercials, marketing materials, social media campaigns across multiple countries. D, advertising spillovers. This means advertising in one country benefits other countries. So a global Nike commercial viewed on YouTube may influence consumers in dozens of countries. The company gains worldwide exposure from a single campaign. Number 2, customize the brand name. Sometimes a company changes or adapts the brand name for local markets. Why? Because of language differences, pronunciation problems, cultural meanings, trademark issues that may make the original name ineffective. So as an example, Spider-Man. Comic books, movies, and merchandise are often translated to local languages so consumers connect more easily with the character. Disney frequently adapts character names, attractions, marketing messages to fit local cultures. Sesame Street, one of the best examples of customization. The show has different versions worldwide that have different characters, different cultural themes, different educational content, while maintaining the same overall mission. This explains that pricing products internationally is much more complicated than pricing products in a domestic market. A company cannot simply convert a U.S. price into another currency and expect it to work. International marketers must consider differences in costs, taxes, distribution systems, and currency fluctuations. So number one, varying costs of doing business. The cost of operating in each country can be very different. Factors affecting costs are labor costs, rent and real estate, utilities, taxes, regulatory compliance, and marketing expenses. A restaurant may pay higher labor costs in California, lower labor costs in Mexico, and this affects how much the company must charge customers. Marketing implication. Prices may vary by country to maintain profitability. Number two, transportation and tariffs. Products sold internationally often incur additional costs. The transportation costs include shipping, warehousing, insurance, and customs handling. Tariffs. A tariff is a tax imposed on imported goods. So a U.S. company exporting products to another country may face import duties, customs fees, border taxes. These costs increase the final selling price. Marketing implication. Companies must decide whether to absorb the extra costs or pass them on to customers. Number three, distribution practices. Different countries use different distribution systems. Some countries may have many wholesalers and retailers, multiple layers of intermediaries. Each intermediary adds a markup. So a product may go through manufacturer to importer to distributor to wholesaler, retailer, and then customer. Each step increases the final price. The marketing implication is that the same product may sell for very different prices in different countries. Number four, exchange rate fluctuations. Currency values constantly change. So if a U.S. company sells in Mexico, revenue is earned in Mexican pesos. Costs may be incurred in U.S. dollars. If the peso weakens against the dollar, revenue converted to dollars decreases. Profit margins shrink. The marketing implication is that companies may need to raise prices, hedge currency risk, and adjust contracts. This introduces three common international pricing policies that companies use when selling products in multiple countries. The key question is, should a company charge the same price everywhere or adjust prices for each market? Number one, a standard price policy. A standard price policy means the company charges essentially the same price worldwide after adjusting for currency exchange rates. The characteristics are one global pricing strategy, consistent brand image, and it's easier to manage. Advantages are simplicity, existing, consistent global positioning, and easier administration. But the disadvantages are it ignores local purchase power, may be too expensive in developing countries, and may be too cheap in wealthy markets. So a software company charges, say, $100 in the United States, which is equivalent to $100 in Europe and equivalent to $100 in Mexico. Everyone pays approximately the same amount. Number two, two-tiered pricing. Two-tiered pricing policy uses one price for the domestic market and a different price for international markets. Characteristics are one price at home, another price abroad. Advantages are it reflects export costs, accounts for tariffs and transportation expenses, and it's easier than setting a unique price per country. Disadvantages, however, is that it still ignores differences among foreign markets, and it may create customer complaints if prices vary greatly. So, in this case, a U.S. manufacturer sells a product for $100 in the United States, the product for $120 internationally, and that is to cover the higher foreign price of shipping and import duties, as well as additional distribution costs. Number three, market pricing. A market pricing policy sets prices separately for each country based on local conditions. Factors considered would be customer income levels, competition, local demand, taxes, exchange rate, and cultural expectations. Advantage of this would be it maximizes competitiveness, matches local purchasing power. It better reflects market conditions. Disadvantages, though, is that it's more complicated to manage and there's risk of gray market imports. Gray market means customers that buy in low-priced countries and then reselling in high-priced countries. Examples of this would be Netflix, Apple, and Microsoft that often charge different prices across countries based on local market conditions and income levels. This explains how firms determine the best price to maximize profit, especially when selling in one market versus multiple international markets. The key terms for this slide are demand curve. This shows how much customers will buy at different prices. Higher prices usually lead to lower demand. Marginal revenue, the additional revenue earned from selling one more unit. Marginal cost, the additional cost of producing one more unit. Profit maximizing rule, a firm maximizing profit where MR equals MC. This is one of the most important principles in economics and marketing. Part A, one market. This is shown on the left graph. The company sells in only one market. The intersection of the MR curve and MC curve determines quantity produced. This is the profit maximizing output. So suppose Apple is selling only in the United States. MC equals the cost of producing another iPhone. MR equals the revenue from selling another iPhone. Apple chooses production where MR equals MC, then uses the demand curve to determine the selling price. Part B, two markets. This is shown on the right graph. So now the company sells in two different markets. For example, market 1 equals the United States, market 2 equals Mexico. Different countries often have different incomes, different competition levels, different demand. Therefore, profit maximizing prices may differ. Why are prices different? Different markets have different demand sensitivity. As an example, for luxury handbags, customers in Switzerland may tolerate higher prices. Customers in developing countries may be more price sensitive. The company can charge the higher price in Switzerland and the lower price in developing markets while still maximizing total profit. This discusses when market pricing works, its benefits, and its risks in international business. Recall that market pricing means charging different prices in different countries or markets based on local demand, competition, cost, and customer purchasing power. Number 1, conditions for market pricing. For market pricing to be successful, certain conditions must exist. A, different demand and or cost conditions. Different countries often have different income levels, different customer preferences, different competitive environments, and different production or distribution costs. A luxury watch may sell for $8,000 in Switzerland, but $5,000 in Mexico because customers have different purchasing power and demand patterns. B, arbitrage must be limited. But what is arbitrage? Arbitrage occurs when people buy a product in a low price market and resell it in a high price market for profit. So suppose iPhone price in country A is $700 and iPhone price in country B is $1,000. Someone could purchase phones in country A and resell them in country B. This reduces the effectiveness of market pricing. Number 2, advantages of market pricing. A is better price setting. So companies can set prices that reflect local market conditions. Netflix charges different subscription fees in the United States, India, and Brazil based on local income and competition. This helps maximize sales and profits. B, better allocation of resources. Firms can invest resources where profits are highest. So if demand is stronger in Germany than in Argentina, more products can be shipped to Germany. Marketing budgets can be adjusted accordingly. This improves efficiency and profitability. Number 3, disadvantages of market pricing. A. Damage to product or brand names. Customers may view price differences as unfair. As an example, if consumers discover a luxury handbag costs $2,500 in one country and $1,800 in another country, they may feel the company is overcharging them. This can hurt the brand image. B. Gray market development. A gray market is an unofficial but legal resale channel. So as an example, someone purchases products in a low price country and imports them into a high price country without authorization. A case of this example would be electronics, luxury goods, watches, cosmetics. This can disrupt the company's official distributors. C. Consumer resentment. Customers may become unhappy when they learn others have paid less. So software companies often charge different prices across countries. A U.S. customer may be frustrated if they discover customers elsewhere pay significantly less for the same product. This can create customer complaints, negative publicity, and reduced brand loyalty. This introduces the promotion mix, which is one of the 4 P's of marketing. Promotion refers to how a company communicates with customers and persuades them to buy its products or services. In international marketing, promotion is especially challenging because companies must adapt to different languages, cultures, media preferences, laws, and regulations. The promotion mix. The firm's promotion strategy typically includes 4 major tools. 1. Advertising. Advertising is any paid, non-personal communication about a product. This would be TV commercials, social media ads, YouTube ads, billboards, and magazine advertisements. The international challenges are language translation, cultural differences, and different advertising regulations. So Coca-Cola uses a similar global message, happiness and sharing, but adjusts advertising for local cultures. Number 2, personal selling. Personal selling involves direct interaction between a salesperson and a customer. As an example, sales representatives, B2B sales meetings, and product demonstrations. The advantages are it offers personalized communication, immediate customer feedback, and it's effective for complex products. A software company selling enterprise cybersecurity solutions often relies heavily on personal selling rather than mass advertising. Number 3, sales promotion. Sales promotions are short-term incentives designed to increase sales quickly. Examples are coupons, discounts, buy one, get one free offers, free samples, and loyalty programs. The purpose is to encourage customers to try a product, buy more frequently, and switch from competitors. McDonald's may offer limited time meal promotions in different countries. Number 4, public relations. Public relations focuses on creating and maintaining a positive image for the company. Examples are press releases, community involvement, sponsorships, corporate social responsibility programs, and crisis management. The goal is to build trust, goodwill, and brand reputation. Many multinational companies promote environmental sustainability initiatives to strengthen their public image. This focuses on the key decisions managers must make when developing advertising campaigns for international markets. When a company advertises globally, it must decide what message to communicate, what media to use, whether to standardize advertising globally or customize it locally. Number 1, message. The message is what the company wants customers to hear, remember, and act upon. These are the questions, however, that managers must answer. What benefits should be emphasized? What emotions should be triggered? Will the message fit local culture? Does the message translate correctly? Nike's global message, just do it. In this case, the example exemplifies motivation, achievement, and self-improvement. It works in many countries because these values are broadly understood. There are potential problems, however. A slogan that works in one country may not work in another because of language differences, cultural differences, and different social norms. Some famous translation mistakes have occurred when companies directly translate slogans into other languages without considering local meanings. Number 2, medium. The medium refers to the communication channel used to deliver the advertising message. Here are some common advertising media: television, radio, newspapers, magazines, billboards, social media, YouTube, influencers, and mobile apps. International considerations. Different countries consume media differently. So in the United States, heavy use of social media and streaming platforms are expected. In Japan, there's high use of mobile advertising and public transportation ads. In Mexico, television remains very influential. Managers must choose the medium that best reaches local customers. Number 3, global versus local advertising. This is one of the biggest decisions in international marketing, global advertising. This uses the same advertising campaign across countries. Advantages are lower costs, consistent global brand image, easier management. Apple often uses similar advertising worldwide. Same minimalistic design, same product focus, and similar message. Local advertising. Advertising is customized for each country. Advantages here are a better cultural fit, more relevant to local customers, and higher customer engagement. McDonald's changes advertisements based on local culture. For different foods featured, different family values emphasized, and different languages used. This slide introduces personal selling as a key element of the promotion mix and highlights that it is used differently for industrial products and consumer products. So what is personal selling? Personal selling is direct communication between a salesperson and a customer to persuade them to purchase a product or service. Unlike advertising, which reaches many people at once, personal selling involves one-on-one interaction. Examples are sales meetings, product demonstrations, trade shows, business negotiations, and retail sales assistance. Number 1, industrial products. Industrial products are goods and services sold to businesses rather than individual customers. Examples are manufacturing equipment, software systems, aircraft, industrial machinery, and corporate consulting services. Why is personal selling important? Industrial products are often expensive, technically complex, customized, are long-term investments, and customers usually need detailed explanations before buying. When Boeing sells airplanes to airlines, salespeople meet with airline executives. They demonstrate product features, discuss financing options. They negotiate contracts. Advertising alone will not be enough. Number 2, consumer products. Consumer products are products purchased by individual consumers. This would include clothing, smartphones, cosmetics, cars, and appliances. The role of personal selling. For many consumer products, advertising is more important than personal selling. However, personal selling becomes important when products are expensive, complex, and have a highly involved purchase. So, as an example, when buying a car, customers usually talk to a salesperson. They ask questions, test drive the vehicle, compare options. Personal selling helps close this sale. International business considerations. Personal selling becomes even more important internationally because of cultural differences. Different cultures have different expectations regarding business relationships. This is also important for relationship building. In many countries, trust must be established before business can occur. Language and communication. Salespeople often need local language skills and cultural knowledge. This summarizes the advantages and disadvantages of personal selling, especially in international markets. Personal selling is highly effective because it allows direct interaction with customers, but it is also one of the most expensive promotional methods. Advantages of personal selling. Number one, knowledge of local markets. Local sales representatives understand local culture, customer preferences, business customs, and buying habits. A salesperson in Japan understands business etiquette, importance of relationship building, decision-making processes. Better local knowledge often leads to higher sales. Number two, close contact with customers. Personal selling allows direct communication with customers. The benefits include building trust, answering questions immediately, handling objections, and creating long-term relationships. As an example, industrial equipment suppliers often maintain regular face-to-face contact with customers to strengthen relationships. Number three, access to valuable market information. Salespeople serve as the company's eyes and ears in the market. They can gather information about customer needs, competitors, new trends, and economic conditions. A sales representative may discover customers may want a new product feature before competitors do. This information can help improve products and marketing strategies. There are disadvantages to personal selling. Number one, compensating sales representatives. Personal selling is expensive. The costs include salaries, commissions, bonuses, benefits, and training. A multinational company with hundreds of salespeople worldwide may spend millions annually on compensation. Number two, making contacts after the sale. Personal selling requires outgoing customer support as well as ongoing customer support. Salespeople often need to follow up with customers, resolve complaints, provide technical support, and maintain relationships. A company selling industrial machinery may need years of post-sale customer contact. This requires time and resources. Number three, expenses of regional sales offices. International firms often need local offices to support their sales teams. The costs include office rent, staff salaries, travel expenses, and administrative support. So a company operating in Mexico, Brazil, Germany, and Japan may need separate regional sales offices in each market. These costs can be substantial. This explains sales promotion, which is a short-term marketing activity designed to encourage purchases and increase sales. Unlike advertising, which focuses on building long-term brand awareness, sales promotion aims to generate immediate action. The slide shows that sales promotions can target three groups: retailers, wholesalers, and consumers. So let's start with number one, retailers. Retailers are businesses that sell directly to consumers. Examples include Walmart, Target, Costco, and local grocery stores. Sales promotions for retailers. Manufacturers often provide incentives to encourage retailers to stock and promote their products. These examples would be trade discounts, free display materials, advertising allowances, bonus inventory, and special promotional pricing. Coca-Cola may offer Walmart discounts and promotional displays to encourage prominent shelf placement. Number two, wholesalers. Wholesalers purchase products from manufacturers and sell them to retailers. Examples include food distributors, beverage distributors, electronics distributors. Sales promotions for wholesalers. Manufacturers may offer volume discounts, performance bonuses, cooperative advertising funds, special incentives for large purchases. A beverage company may provide discounts to wholesalers that purchase large quantities before a holiday season. Number 3, consumers. Consumers are the final users of products and services. Consumers' sales promotions. These are the promotions most people recognize. Coupons, discounts, buy one, get one free, rebates, loyalty programs, free samples, and contests and sweepstakes. Examples would be McDonald's may offer free fries with purchase, mobile app coupons, limited time meal deals. These promotions encourage customers to buy immediately. International business considerations. Sales promotions often need to be customized by country. Why is that? It's because different countries have different shopping habits, different legal restrictions, different consumer preferences. In some countries, coupons are very popular. In others, loyalty programs work better. Some countries also regulate sweepstakes, prize giveaways, and promotional contests. This explains the role of public relations in international marketing. Unlike advertising, which is paid communication, public relations focuses on building goodwill, trust, and a positive reputation among customers, governments, communities, employees, and the media. The goal is to create a favorable image of the company that supports long-term business success. So let's go through these. Number 1, model, corporate citizen. A corporate citizen is a company that acts as a responsible member of society. This means that the company goes beyond making profits and contributes positively to the communities where it operates. Examples include supporting local charities, environmental sustainability programs, employee volunteer activities, educational scholarships, disaster relief donations. Microsoft invests heavily in digital education and environmental sustainability programs around the world. Why does it matter? Customers increasingly prefer companies that behave ethically, support social causes, protect the environment, treat employees fairly. A strong corporate citizenship image can improve customer loyalty and brand value. Number 2, political allies. In international business, maintaining positive relationships with government officials and policymakers can be important. Why is that? It's because governments influence business licenses, regulations, trade policies, tax incentives, infrastructure support. And so the companies often build goodwill through community investments, economic development projects, job creation, and public as well as private partnerships. As an example, an automobile manufacturer may open a factory in Mexico that may choose to work closely with local governments to create jobs, support worker training programs, improve local infrastructure. And this can help the company gain support and smooth the operations. But here's an important note. Building political relationships should always be done ethically and legally. Number 3, positive image and reputation. One of PR's most important goals is creating a strong public image. A strong positive image can lead to greater customer trust, stronger brand loyalty, better employee recruitment, easier market entry, and higher investor confidence. When consumers trust a brand, they are often willing to pay higher prices, try new products, remain loyal during difficult periods. Crisis management. PR is also critical when problems occur. Examples would be product recalls, data breaches, environmental accidents, negative publicity. Effective PR helps companies communicate transparently and protect their reputation. This focuses on the place element of the marketing mix, how a company gets its products from the producer to the customer in international markets. International distribution is more complex than domestic distribution because products must cross borders, deal with customs regulations, transportation systems, and different retail environments. Number 1, physical transportation. This refers to moving products from the manufacturer to customers. Managers must decide how products will be shipped, which transportation method to use, how quickly products need to arrive, how much transportation will cost. A company exporting smartphones from China to Mexico might use ocean freight for large inventory shipments, air freight for urgent replenishment. The choice affects cost, delivery speed, and customer satisfaction. Number 2, selection of means to merchandise goods. Merchandising means deciding how products will be presented and sold to customers. Managers must determine distribution channels. Should the company sell through retail stores, wholesalers, distributors, franchises, e-commerce platforms, or company-owned stores? Apple uses multiple channels: Apple stores, online stores, electronics retailers, mobile carrier partners. This allows Apple to reach different customer groups. International challenges. Distribution decisions vary by country because of infrastructure. Some countries have excellent highways and logistics networks, efficient ports and airports. Others may have poor roads, limited warehousing, less developed delivery systems. And then there's the retail structure. Different countries have different buying habits. The United States has large retail chains and online shopping. Japan has many small neighborhood stores. In Mexico, there's traditional markets plus modern supermarkets. Then there's government regulations. Countries may impose import restrictions, customs procedures, local distributor requirements, and transportation regulations. This compares the major transportation methods used in international trade and highlights their advantages, disadvantages, and typical products. When companies export products, they must choose the transportation method that best balances cost, speed, reliability, product characteristics, and customer requirements. Number 1, train or rail transport. The advantages are it's safe, reliable, and inexpensive. The disadvantages are it's limited to rail routes and it's slower than air transportation. The typical products are automobiles, grain, coal, and bulk commodities. A car manufacturer may ship vehicles across North America by rail because it is much cheaper than trucking large volumes. Number 2, airplane or air freight. The advantages of this are it's fast, it's safe, and it's reliable. The disadvantages are it's very expensive and it offers limited cargo space and airport access. Typical products are jewelry, medicines, electronics, and emergency supplies. A pharmaceutical company shipping vaccines internationally often uses air freight because speed is critical. Number 3, truck. Advantages: flexible routes, door-to-door delivery. It's relatively inexpensive for regional shipments. Disadvantages are it has limited cargo capacity compared to ships and trains. The typical products are consumer goods, food products, retail merchandise. Retailers frequently use trucks to move products from warehouses to stores. Number 4, ship or ocean freight. Advantages are it's the lowest cost per unit for large shipments. It's ideal for heavy and bulky products. The disadvantages are it's the slowest transportation method, and it may require multiple transportation steps, such as ship, rail, and then truck. Typical products are vehicles, furniture, machinery, containers of consumer products. Most products imported from Asia to the United States travel by container ship because of the low transportation cost. Number 5, digital media. Advantages are instant delivery and extremely low transportation cost. The disadvantage is that it only works for digital products. So typical products are software, ebooks, streaming media, and online information services. So companies like Netflix deliver movies digitally rather than physically shipping DVDs. This illustrates the different ways a company can move products from the manufacturer to the final customer in international markets. A distribution channel is the path a product follows from the producer to the customer. The key decision is how many intermediaries should be used between the manufacturer and the customer. Option 1, direct distribution. This goes from the manufacturer to import agent and then the customer. How does this work? The manufacturer sells directly to the end customer with only an import agent helping to handle the customs, documentation, and local regulations. Advantages are has more control over customer relationships, higher profit margins, and better customer feedback. Disadvantages, though, is that this requires more sales effort and is more difficult to reach many customers. A software company selling directly to businesses in another country is a great example. Option 2, retail distribution. This is where the manufacturer goes to the import agent, then to the retailer, and then to the customer. How it works is that products are sold through retailers who then sell to consumers. Advantages are it offers a wider market coverage, retailers already have customers, and there's reduced selling effort by the manufacturer. Disadvantages, though, would be the lower profit margin and has less control over customer experience. So a consumer electronics company selling products through Best Buy or local electronics stores would be a great example. Option 3, wholesale distribution. This goes from the manufacturer to import agent, then to the wholesaler, then the retailer, and then the customer. How does this work? The wholesaler purchases products in bulk and then distributes them to many retailers. Advantages are maximum market reach, efficient for large markets, and the manufacturer can focus on production. Disadvantages, though, is that this has the lowest profit margin per unit and it offers the least control over final customer experience. So a beverage company selling to wholesalers who supply supermarkets, convenience stores, and restaurants would be a great example. The role of the import agent. The import agent helps the manufacturer by handling the customs clearance, managing import documentation, ensuring regulatory compliance, coordinating local logistics. Import agents are especially valuable when entering a foreign market for the first time. Okay, so this contains the key review questions for Chapter 16. Number 1, what are the basic factors involved in deciding whether to use standardization or customization? Companies must decide whether to sell the same product worldwide, standardization, or adapt it to each country, customization. Factors to consider are legal requirements, cultural differences, economic conditions, customer preferences, and competitive environment. Coca-Cola uses a largely standardized brand globally, while McDonald's customizes menu items for local tastes. Number 2, how do legal, cultural, and economic factors influence product policy? Let's start with legal factors. Governments may require product labels in local languages, safety certifications, and environmental standards. Cultural factors. Consumers may have different tastes, religious restrictions, buying habits. Economic factors. Income levels affect product quality, features, packaging size, and price. Automobile manufacturers may sell luxury models in Germany but lower cost versions in developing countries. Number 3, why are brand names an important marketing tool for international business? Brand names help build customer trust, differentiate products from competitors, create global recognition, and support premium pricing. Apple and Nike have strong global brands that customers recognize instantly. The challenge here, though, is that brand names sometimes require modification if the name has negative meanings in another language, or if pronunciation is difficult. Number 4, what are the 3 basic pricing policies? A. Standard price policy. Charge the same base price worldwide. The advantage here is it's simple and consistent. B. Two-tiered pricing. One price for domestic customers and another for foreign customers. Advantage here is it reflects export costs. C. Market pricing. Setting pricing separately for each market based on local demand and competition. Advantage is it maximizes profits. Number 5, what are the problems that a firm using market pricing might encounter? Gray markets. People buy products in low-price countries and resell them in high-price countries. Consumer resentment. Customers may feel unfairly treated if they discover price differences. Brand damage. Large price differences may hurt brand image. Number 6, what are some of the fundamental issues that must be addressed in international advertising? Message. Should the same message be used globally? Language. Will translation change the meaning? Media choice. Should advertising use TV, social media, print, or mobile platforms? Global versus local advertising. Should ads be standardized or adapted to local culture? Number 7, what is a distribution channel? What options does an international firm have in developing its channels? Distribution channel, the path that products follow from producer to customer. Channel options, direct channel, manufacturer to customer. So the pros of here is that it allows for more control and profit. Retail channel, manufacturer to retailer and then customer. The pros are broader market access. Wholesale channel, manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to customer. Pros are it allows for maximum market coverage, but the cons are less control and lower margins. And so now we have come to the end of this lecture. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have all found this useful. Please be sure to reach out if you have any questions. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.